We may have rules and ways that we behave that are different from other countries and other societies, and it would take a while to get used to what is expected and what is not allowed. And part of the job that the school has is to make sure that everybody understands what those rules are.
Once I had a spare time and I was sitting in the cafeteria alone, and I had an orange with me and I wanted to eat it. So I took out my peeling knife, and once one of our teacher was passing by the cafeteria and told me, "Oh my God, what do you have in your hand?" And she told me that you have to be suspended, and I said, what are you talking about? Actually, at the first, I didn't know the meaning of suspend, because we don't have suspend in our country.
Korea, when the French and French fight, the teacher just say don't do that, and that's bad, that's all. But in Canada, they think that's a very serious problem. When I came here first, I didn't know that, so I fight. I'm surprised they call the principals. What the hell is that, you know? And they give me a suspension. I'm surprised about that. So.
It's very important for a student to report something like that when it is happening at the very beginning. As it happens, when they start feeling uncomfortable around someone, we want them to report that.
I was sitting at my desk, some guy just slapped me, and I went to fight him back. And then we both got suspended. And this the one that slapped me first, is the one that should be suspended. When I got the office, they explained to me, if somebody slap you, come to us and tell us. When I have a problem, I go there, even though they don't solve it, but I just go there just to let them know.
When you find out about a fight, when you get to the root of it, generally it started with name-calling, students harassing each other or bullying each other, and it just escalates from there.
Well, in the first year when coming from Lithuania, and it's like it's used to there, if somebody tells you off or tells you something wrong, you just don't walk away or just don't say anything. You're gonna start a fight. And in my first year, it was kind of hard for me not to get into a fight. And here in Canada, it's something that really emphasizes in high schools, that fighting and any kind of violence is really looked back, it's really frowned upon, and there's a lot of trouble you can get into.
From my country, we did have a sort of a code of behavior, though it wasn't really written, but you sort of knew what was expected of you, but you didn't really know what the consequences were. Here, it's sort of for every single violation you might make, there's a certain consequence that follows.
Most of the students don't feel comfortable in asking for help. They think it's not exactly cool, or you are not exactly a brave person if you're asking for help. It means you're a weak person and you can't handle your problems that you're asking for help.
Here in Canada, there are many supportive teachers and also counselors and ESL teachers. They're the ones who really understand your problems, and in many cases they're also immigrants, so they sort of have an idea of what you're going through.
There are so many resources like inside the school, outside the school, that you will find that they'll be ready to help you. Teachers are always there to help you.
I can't really help you right now, but after the school certainly I will take a look at this.
3 o'clock today in the library. Please be prompt, as it should only take a few minutes.
During the announcement, try to pay good attention. If you don't understand, always ask the person beside your classmate, or try to go in the office and ask.
I think the most important thing to do is, upon your arrival, go to a guidance office as soon as you can and find out how the system here works. Because for a lot of cultures, the change of the system is dramatic, and if you don't understand right away, the consequences might come when you're graduating, and you don't want that.
try to be active. That's, I think, the most important thing in your life.
We encourage all students to take part in extracurricular activities, but particularly the newcomers, because it's a really good way of them fitting in and feeling part of the school.
If you are involved into different clubs and sport teams, of course you improve your English, but you also definitely become a more confident person. You improve your communication skills in general. You sort of learn how to interact with people better, and well, obviously you get more friends, and I think you get a lot more respect from people.
I didn't volunteer as much in grades 9 to 11. I only picked up majorly now. And it limits me in the opportunities that I have now, applying to universities, getting scholarships, or even getting new jobs.
Try to talk to the teacher. Try to ask the teacher, what can you do? Like, you're new in the country and you don't know. Sometimes you are home alone. You want to know if there's a program that you can attend to know people. Try to, don't just stay once, but try to communicate. And don't expect too much. You think you coming from back home thinking that when you get here things will be easy. At the beginning won't be easy, but after a while it'll be easy. After maybe a month or a year.
Just be strong, be yourself. Sit in classroom quiet, trying to learn, get some knowledge, and don't try to get yourself into too many trouble,
They have to be more open, they have to be friendly, and they have to speak.
Well, most importantly is to know the language. It's really important. If you don't know the language, you can't really do well in high school.
You shouldn't forget your own roots and cultures, right? Because that's your background. That's what made you a person. That's what made you who you are today, right? So if you forget those, then you just become fake, right? You just become like somebody else wants you to be.
And another thing, make a lot of friends. The more friends you have, the better the experience is going to be, the easier. High school is about fun, mostly, up until grade 12.